Lady Liselot is moored in Hellevoetsluis. And Hellevoetsluis is based at the Haringvliet, a freshwater lake in the Netherlands, in the southwest of the Netherlands. And the funny thing is, but perhaps I can show it to you, on this side of the quay you see, well, I would almost say typical, a little bit historical looking houses. And then if we move via the bridge to the other side of the quay, then you see houses, I think, built in the 70s, 80s. And that side I do not like that much. I do not have to live here, but if I have to rate it, I would say, I do not like that side of the quay. I do like this side of the quay. Ah, that is funny, huh? It's funny to see how that architecture, infrastructure has changed on one side and the other. There are waves in the water, and that made that Lady Liselot was dancing last night. I slept very well on that. Okay, when we leave the harbor, over there, we are heading for the Grevelingen. And the Grevelingen is a salt water lake in the southwest of the Netherlands. And I would say it is chilly right now. So you know what? I will heat up the boat and then off we go. Time to move on. Okay, start up the video management system. Start up my electronics. What do I need to do? The generator is running. I have a state of charge of 43%, so I will keep it running for a while whilst driving. First, start the engines. Over here in the harbor it is only 5 knots, but that is because of the protection of the houses, of course. And the wind is astern, so I will first check the engines and then do the lines, of course. So I will first detach the front line, then the back, and the middle line still then keeps the boat towards the dock, I guess. Okay, but before we do that, we will press record. Let's see how that works out. If I go astern very slowly. Be careful of the bow. And then I let the wind push the stern towards port side. Yeah, this one looks good. Have a look to the bow. Okay. I am blocking the harbor. You are not allowed. I know. And now I leave her. Just wait and see, because the wind is from that side, now from the port side, and because of the size of the lady with her butt, the wind will push the butt towards the bridge. We have enough room on astern. Nice. And we still, nevertheless, we do the tank turn. And have a look how beautiful weather we face. Wow. This is how we do it, baby. Goodbye, Hellevoetsluis. Let's have a look. We have 16 knots of wind. You see me smile. And I know there is a big contrast in the wheelhouse because of the sun and the shadow, black and white. That is because it is the 28th of February 2022. Let me try to show you something of the Haringvliet via my chart plotter. First I will set a course and I will fix it. There are some buoys over here, so it would be nice if I do not hit them whilst talking to the camera. Okay, fixed. What you see over here, I have the camera in my hand and I will try to show you a little bit more. It is a split screen and over here you see the more detailed information and the distant rings, 125 meters to 5375. And then over here there's a larger scale. We left Hellevoetsluis on this spot, and here there is a shallow area. So I have to follow that route. I did not plot any route. I've been here many times before and it is not that difficult. So we then will follow that line. This is all Haringvliet, and in the Haringvliet there is an isle and I think it is by nature and not mankind, this isle is called 10 gemeten. And it's up to me when I am over there to go on the port side or to go on the starboard side. That it does not matter at all. And then behind 10 gemeten we go over here. We will pass the bridge, and then here are the locks, the Volkerak. So we will pass the locks, then we will enter, I believe it is called the Volkerak, and then over here there are some shallow points also, and then we have another lock, the Kramersluizen, the Kramer locks, and then over here, is it over here? No, it's over here. We go to Bruinisse, and there is another, sorry, let me think, Kramer. Yeah, well, I believe it's over here. So, you are the guy who said you have been here before, yes, but it is difficult holding the camera in my hand, talking to you, keeping an eye on what is happening outside, and then still explaining what to do. Nevertheless, we will over here there is a lock also, and then we go through the lock and we will enter the Grevelingen. But before we are at the Grevelingen, it will take some time, so let's enjoy the journey. I just found out that the hard disk of my video management system was full, so I have no footage from leaving Hellevoetsluis. That's a pity, but yeah, that happens when you sail single-handed and you have to do everything by yourself, and then you do not pay attention to critical things on the video system. Well, I told you about the island 10 gemeten in the Haringvliet. Over here you see 10 gemeten, and because we have a wind of it is south-southwest, and it is 17 knots, I decided to go on this side, on the port side of 10 gemeten. Over there you have the shore, and then 10 gemeten, because then the water is very, very well calm, at least much calmer than I had before. And if you look outside, what a beautiful day again. What a beautiful day. The last couple of weeks, 2 weeks, we had Corey, Dudley, Eunice, Franklin, all 4 storms, enormous, lots of wind, and then all of a sudden you have a very nice weather window. And I am lucky enough that it was yesterday and the day before and today and the next coming days. And of course we still have 17 knots of wind and it is chill, but man, I am enjoying this day to the fullest. Very, very, very thankful for the fact that I can enjoy this. You see the last building of 10 gemeten, and that means that we leave the protection of the island, and you feel her move, dance already because of the wideness of the Haringvliet in front of us, and still we have 17 knots of wind. The Haringvlietbrug just opened, as you can see, And that is very special because there is something with the Haringvlietbrug. Lisa?
Hello, my dear.
What can you tell me about the Haringvlietbrug?
In 2021, the Haringvliet Bridge regularly had disruptions, which led to hours of traffic jams. There are aluminum plates on the bridge. These aluminum plates are attached to the bridge with clamps, and those clamps vibrate loosely due to the traffic that drives over the bridge. Due to these disruptions and the poor quality of the road surface, it was decided not to open the bridge at all. But recent research has shown that it's safe to open the bridge twice a day.
Ah, alright. Yes, now I remember. Thank you for clearing that up for me. Well, since Lady Liselot has a height of 720, I will pass the fixed part of Haringvlietbrug. Within a couple of kilometers we are at the Volkerak locks, and the Volkerak locks have two gates, one for the commercial barges and one for the recreational ones. And until the end of March the recreational gate is closed due to reconstruction work. But nevertheless they have a very nice mooring over there, and I will moor there for, let's say, 2-3 hours. I have to do some work on my business, have to do some admin work, so this is a perfect spot to dock for a while, and then when I am ready with my admin I will go to the commercial side and then ask permission to join one of the go-throughs on that side. Okay, I will grab my coat. Well, the wind has decreased to 12 knots. I can moor on both sides of the Yeti. So I will turn the boat and then moor on the starboard side nevertheless. Okay. I will slow her down and then do the fenders. That's the middle line. So, when the wind pushes me off the Yeti, off the dock, I will need my bow and stern thruster. Rudder in neutral. We will do the tank turn again. just by pushing port astern, she will nicely come towards the dock. Okay, and when I walk backwards, yep, touchdown. Did you see that on camera? There was a little bit more wind than I had expected. So the moment that I walked back, it's only 10 meters. The moment that I walked back, the boat was already 2 meters from the jetty. Okay, so I have my spring line, my stern spring line on the bollard. I have the port engine pushing me forwards, and that will bring the boat next to the jetty. And although it is not a perfect docking, I leave it this way nevertheless. Okay. Switch off the engines. Silence. And then all systems are ready for a pause. Perhaps a cup of coffee, and then I will start with my admin. This area, this is my office, by the way, and people have asked me quite some times already, can you give us a tour through the boat so we have an idea where you live? Well, no. Because that is where I live. So I'm a little bit anxious, I must tell you. The format of my channel is that you join me whilst I sail Lady Liselot from place A to place B. And I show you how I maneuver, and I show you a little bit of my life. But it is just a little bit. So I'm a little bit anxious to show the areas, the cabins I have, the rooms I have. But okay, little by little I open myself up to you. This used to be a bunk, a bed. I placed a desk in it. I brought my printers and scanners in it. I had some cabinets. Every man has his need of a cabinet. And I brought some of my books. When I moved from land to the boat, I think I threw away 400 books. Yes, that hurt it. Because I had an enormous library of business books. I had collected them from, I think, mid-80s, 90, 20, etc, etc. 2000, until the last couple of years. And at least it were 400 books. But I also found out that most of them I had read once or perhaps 2 times. And then they were just on the shelf there. It looked nice, as if I had really read all those books, but I did not have any room for the books on board of Lady Liselot, so I threw them all away, together with enormous amount of household stuff, etc, etc. Getting rid of things was a very pleasant thing to do. Well, I show you little by little parts of Lady Liselot. Thank you for joining me in this video. When I'm ready with my administration, we will go through the locks for whatever part we are at the moment, and then we continue the journey for the Spring is in the Air tour. Thank you for joining me, and I would say see you in the next video. Bye bye now.